Hey there! Welcome to Whiteboard Invest, your #1 go-to source for clear and concise investing knowledge, explanation, and news updating daily.
Let's chat about what's happening with Bitcoin prices as the Fed gears up to make its rate decision. Picture this. The market's all abuzz, waiting to see if the Fed will play it cool or shake things up. But here's the scoop. Most folks are betting the Fed won't budge on interest rates. In fact, the CME FedWatch tool shows a teeny-tiny 4.4% of economists think there'll be a cut, while a whopping 95.6% say rates will stay put. Now, this has Bitcoin on a bit of a roller coaster, dipping down to $59,500. And get this, the BTC letters saying the market's done a 180, from expecting 6 rate cuts down to maybe just 1 this year, or even none at all, with a 36% chance of that happening. But wait, there's more. The U.S. is wrestling with stagflation, that tricky combo of sluggish GDP growth and climbing inflation. And guess who's feeling it? Yep, Bitcoin. Its price is like a mood ring, reflecting all that investor worry. To give you some real-deal examples, we've seen Bitcoin's price take a tumble recently. Plus, over in Hong Kong, they're rolling out spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, and there's been a bit of a slowdown in how much Bitcoin ETFs are being bought. So, it's clear as day. Economic policies, market predictions, and crypto prices are all tangled up together. The big crypto took a nosedive under 60K, hitting a bit of a rough patch. Why? Well, the buzz around Bitcoin futures isn't what it used to be. Their premiums at a 5-month low, signaling that traders might be feeling a bit bearish. The mood in the market? It's kind of like a seesaw right now, not leaning too hard one way or the other. This shift came right when everyone was eyeing the new spot Bitcoin ETF in Hong Kong, but it didn't quite make the splash people expected. And it's not just Bitcoin feeling the heat. The whole market's walking on eggshells, with the S&P 500 doing the jitterbug and U.S. Treasury yields giving us the side-eye. Even the big guns like McDonald's and Volkswagen are feeling the pinch, with their numbers not looking as hot as they'd like. In short, Bitcoin's price taking a tumble isn't just about crypto. It's a sign of the times, with all eyes on the economy's next move. Before we dive into today's market-breaking news about CZ, Binance, and more, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to fuel us up for even hotter content than ever. The big news about Binance's former CEO, CZ. So, CZ's found himself in a bit of hot water and is facing a 4-month stint in the slammer. Why? Well, it turns out Binance was a bit too lax on the anti-money laundering front, and the U.S. authorities weren't having any of it after a lengthy investigation. On top of that, Binance has to cough up a hefty $4.3 billion fine, and CZ himself is shelling out $50 million from his own pocket. Ouch! And as you can imagine, this whole ordeal has sent Binance Coin, BNB, into a bit of a tailspin, with its value dropping to $573. It's been a rough 24 hours and week for BNB holders, that's for sure. This whole saga is a stark reminder for the crypto world. Play by the rules or pay the price. And for anyone thinking about investing, remember, it's a wild ride with risks at every turn. But hey, he's not just going to sit around. He's got plans. Once he's out, he's diving into the Giggle Academy. It's this cool online spot where kids can get their learn on for free. The whole legal tangle has thrown Binance into the spotlight. And now everyone's talking about playing by the rules and making sure the crypto world is safe for users. And CZ? He's thankful for all the love and support he got while dealing with the court stuff. He's stepping back but still keeping his toes dipped in the crypto pool as a passive investor. The guy's been all over Twitter, sharing his 2 cents, and he's super pumped about helping out with Giggle Academy after his jail time. That's the gist of it. Martin Shkreli, the infamous pharma bro, threw some shade at Changpeng Zhao of Binance with a cheeky prison menu joke. Think burgers on Wednesday, chicken on Thursday. It's his way of saying, "Welcome to the club," since Zhao's got a 4-month sentence for not keeping his crypto exchange clean from money laundering. While Shkreli dishes out unsolicited advice based on his own stint in the slammer, Binance is busy getting its act together, snagging a regulatory license in Dubai. This move is all about showing they're serious about following the rules. Meanwhile, Zhao's legal troubles have caused a bit of a stir in the crypto market, with Binance Coin and Bitcoin taking a hit. So, Bitcoin Jesus, also known as Roger Ver, is in hot water with the U.S. Department of Justice. They've slapped him with a whopping $48 million tax evasion charge. The guy bailed on his U.S. citizenship back in 2014, but apparently he was supposed to report his capital gains and cough up an exit tax. Turns out he might have been a bit sneaky with his Bitcoin stash, giving the tax folks the slip on how much he really had. We're talking about a treasure chest of about 131,000 Bitcoins, which he sold for a cool $240 million in 2017. But oops, he didn't tell Uncle Sam about that payday. Now, the IRS's cybercrime squad is on the case, and Ver's got to face the music. Remember, though, he's innocent until proven guilty. Representative Patrick McHenry has called out SEC Chair Gary Gensler, claiming he deliberately misled Congress about Ethereum's status during a hearing one. McHenry points to a lawsuit from Consensus, an Ethereum software firm, which suggests the SEC has been viewing Ethereum as an unregistered security for quite some time. The plot thickens with the discovery that just 5 days before Gensler's tight-lipped testimony, the SEC had authorized subpoenas concerning crypto assets, including Ethereum. This move is typically an early step in an investigation, not a definitive legal stance. McHenry is taking a stand against what he sees as the SEC's inconsistent approach to digital asset regulation. He argues that there's a stark contrast between the SEC's public statements and their behind-the-scenes actions regarding Ethereum. This tension is at the heart of the broader conversation on how cryptocurrencies should be regulated and the SEC's involvement in shaping these regulations. Since March 2023, the SEC has been scrutinizing Ethereum to determine if it's a security. They've been digging through documents and probing companies linked to the Ethereum Foundation. There's a bit of a gray area on whether Ethereum is a commodity or a security. Even Gary Gensler, the SEC chair, dodged this question in a congressional hearing. If Ethereum is labeled a security, it'll mean tighter regulations for companies and investors, affecting how Ethereum-related investment products, like ETFs, are structured in the U.S. While the U.S. is in a regulatory tangle, Hong Kong has smoothly approved and launched 6 spot ETFs for Bitcoin and Ethereum, marking a first for the region. So, it looks like U.S. Bitcoin ETFs are going through a bit of a rough patch. For the 3rd week in a row, they're seeing more money heading out than coming in. It's like investors are saying, no thanks, to sticking around during these shaky market times. The vibe I'm getting is that folks are pretty pessimistic about where Bitcoin's headed. They're pulling their cash out, which isn't the most optimistic sign, right? And it's not just cold feet for no reason. The market's been on a bit of a downswing, and that's got everyone second-guessing their Bitcoin bets. Now, we don't have the nitty-gritty details right here, but usually, when you hear about outflows, it means things like trading volumes taking a dive, and ETFs holding on to fewer Bitcoins. So that's the scoop. It's a wait-and-see game to find out if this is just a bump in the road or a sign of a bigger slump ahead. So, Hong Kong just kicked off trading for its brand new Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs on April 30th, 2024, and everyone's buzzing about it. 12. They had this huge expectation that the first day would see over $300 million in trades, which is pretty impressive considering the U.S. only hit $125 million on their first day back in January 2024. Investors in China can't jump into these ETFs unless they live in Hong Kong, but that hasn't dampened the excitement. These ETFs got the green light earlier in April, and they're part of this big wave of crypto growth, thanks to similar funds in the U.S. Right now, Bitcoin's trading at under $60,000, but it's been as high as $73,137, setting a new all-time high. A lot of that growth is thanks to these spot Bitcoin ETFs becoming a thing. Hong Kong's really stepping up, even approving an Ethereum ETF, while the U.S. is still catching up with just Bitcoin ETFs 3. The big players releasing these ETFs in Hong Kong are China Asset Management, Bosera Asset Management, and Harvest Global Investments 4. China AMC, in particular, is a giant managing over 15 ETFs and $3.6 billion in assets. Hong Kong is set to introduce new spot crypto ETFs, sparking excitement even as the U.S. considers stricter regulations that may affect Ethereum. Key figures like Zhu Haokang and Wayne Huang are optimistic, with Zhu predicting the new spot China Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs will surpass the $125 million benchmark of U.S. Bitcoin ETFs. These ETFs stand out by offering spot and physical subscriptions in 3 currencies and are accessible for both listed and unlisted shares. Investors worldwide, including Bitcoin miners from Singapore and the Middle East, are showing interest, and brokerage firms like Victory Securities and Huaying Securities are gearing up for physical subscriptions. OSL's Huang emphasizes robust anti-money laundering measures and remains confident in Hong Kong's regulatory framework regardless of U.S. decisions. Zhu views these ETFs as potential market influencers, enhancing prices, liquidity, and offering new opportunities for compliance and arbitrage. Despite potentially higher fees, he believes the ETF's unique features are worth the cost. However, investors should conduct their own research before investing.
Alright, that's hottest news today. If you guys did find this video helpful, leave a like and subscribe our channel for more free content. Thanks for watching. Peace out.